Today we're going to be recapping anything and everything that made some rounds within the online MMA community within the past week or so. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, we're going to be talking about things that just stirred up conversation with the MMA community, things that hit the Explore page, UFC news, some memes, everything like that. With that being said, let's get started over here with MMA Orbit. Andrew Schleimer, the chief financial officer of TKO today, discussed in a TKO conference that called that the UFC's plan for more international events in 2025 with less events scheduled to take place at the UFC Apex. This is something that a lot of fans would like to see. I would like to see it as well. I don't know how much I necessarily believe it though, because I feel like we have heard this over and over and over again with the UFC and just talking about, hey, we're going to get to the Apex, and then a lot of fight nights still end up in the Apex. I won't rest until there are 0 UFC events in the Apex. I'm just happy to have fights on either way. I like it more when they're outside of the Apex, but regardless, I enjoy them when they actually are in the Apex. Jacob had this to say, only because the Apex is under construction currently, they still have big plans for that place. I forgot it was under construction, but what are they going to do with that place? Like, is it actually going to be solid like any sort of arena? I have no idea. If anybody knows any plans, please let me know down below because I am not familiar with them, okay? The Art of War posted this. Dad, why are you crying so damn loud? And it's a Korean Zombie's retirement. Dude, one of the greatest retirements of all time. I didn't tear up or anything, but it was actually one of the most emotional moments I have ever had watching any sort of UFC event. I've been watching this sport for over a decade. The Korean Zombie retiring really, really did hit home. Pound for pound greatest retirement of all time. I completely agree with that. I don't think there was a better one, okay? Never understood the love for this guy. Wow, I don't hate him, but he was never great or had an awesome, memorable fights. He was just a punching bag. MMA fans be weird sometimes. That's crazy. He was a punching bag for, like, Volk, but he had some amazing performances, dude. I am a fan of the Korean Zombie, big fan of the Korean Zombie, and his retirement really, really did hurt. Let's continue on to, I saw this, guys, and I don't know if it was actually Dustin Poirier. It must be, but it's just like, I feel like we would have seen this go a little bit more viral, but I only saw it from, like, my own timeline, okay? Dustin Poirier getting cooked by a comedian.
Hold on, Dustin. I don't want to fight you. Actually, I ain't scared of you, bro. I know how to take you down, bro. All I got to do is get behind the title. You'll never reach me.
Oh, see, now, here's the thing. I can't see Dustin Poirier in it, and I've only seen this a couple times on my own timeline, so I still don't know if this is real, but why would they be saying this if he wasn't there, right? Like, he had to have been there. My point being, like, I have questions about that one. But that was good. Wow. It just had to finish it off. Sorry, guys, if you can still hear it. I'm still a little bit congested. I'm still getting over being sick. But, man, that was a solid roast for Dustin Poirier. Poirier in the front row. Yep. I can so see Dustin Poirier being the type of guy who can't take a joke. I can just see it. But maybe he can. Who knows? Maybe he laughed about it. I don't know. He was hoping Dustin could take a joke. Yeah. You imagine Dustin walks up there. But the problem is, I can see him, like, not quite to the same extent, but I can see him going the Masvidal route where it's like, what'd you say? What'd you say? And just, like, completely going after somebody. Let's continue on to championship rounds. Leon Edwards said he wanted to step in and fight Bilal Muhammad, but it wouldn't make sense for him to take him off the London card. He also says the UFC told him the winner of the fight between him and Sean Brady will fight for the title. We're not going to watch a video because that was the gist of it over there, but that was what Leon Edwards has been told by the UFC, and Bilal Muhammad did respond to this. Some would tell him he's got 3 long years ahead of him. Dude, I low-key have been really enjoying Bilal Muhammad's Twitter work because he's given Leon Edwards a taste of his own medicine. He didn't want to fight Bilal Muhammad. He didn't want to give Bilal Muhammad the title shot after Leon Edwards. Like, that's 9 fights in a row. I deserve the title fight. Nobody giving him that treatment. He starts being the guy that he was calling out all of those years ago. I actually really, really like that. Hate to break it to you, Leon. The UFC wanted you far away from that belt. You're going to have to win at least 3 fights. That's true. I know that you could argue that Leon Edwards could be 1 fight, maybe 2 fights away from the title, but yeah, the UFC definitely doesn't want Leon Edwards back as a champion. I'm glad to see Leon can get that dent out of the top of his head. Dude, this is, excuse me guys, sorry about that. This is one of my favorite new memes in the MMA community ever since Leon got dunked. It's so funny what people come up with. Like, pound for pound, the UFC community has the best memes of all time. Daniel Cormier from Championship Rounds. I was so excited for Pereira to fight that I have to wear nipple covers. I saw this. My mom and I watched the weigh-in show every single time before the pay-per-views every month, and there's no words. There's no words. I don't understand why Daniel Cormier had the nipple covers just to take them off, and how could you wear that? Who cares if your nipples are, like, showing a little bit? Plus, he has a suit on. Is it really going to show that much? I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it was just a stunt for the show, but it's strange, man. Got That Dog MMA replied to it and said, imagine trying to explain to a new UFC fan how this guy is one of the greatest fighters of all time. I love DC, but the man is so silly at times. Yep. Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, like, there are so many times where you look at the Popeyes thing with Daniel Cormier too, like the that's not the same song. What? I'm having such a hard blank on that right now. I was thinking of the wrong Megan Trainor song. Wow. I'm all about that bass. About that bass. There we go. I was like, whew, that was almost really bad. I hope that just wasn't cringe what I just did. What the hell was that? Of course, the greatest picture of Francis Ngannou of all time. Again, continuing on with the great memes. Let's continue on, though, with Magomed Ankalaev. He wants to replace Chama with its Big Ank time now that he's the new champion. Okay, tell me if you guys agree with this, okay? I really, really love this because it's just a little strange. I don't want to say it's cringe, but it's definitely strange. Like, Chama was so perfect for Alex Pereira, and its Big Ank time is so different. It's so, like, not really fitting in replace of Chama that it is fitting because it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So I'm a big fan of its Big Ank time. Sorry, I just had a coughing fit, but like, dude, I am gonna be saying it's Big Ank time until the end of time. Bro literally has zero aura. I wouldn't say he has like a ton of aura, but I also wouldn't say that he has zero aura, to be honest with you. Frowns and Chama, yep. Everybody's sad that Alex Pereira lost. I'm not a Magomed Ankalaev here. I'm not a Big Ank hater. After all, you know, it is Big Ank time. All the cool kills are already saying it. Agreed. Like, dude, it is Big Ank time. Big Ank time is replacing Chama. We're here to stay. Alex Pereira joins the exclusive club of being referred to as the one, the only during his introduction by Bruce Buffer. The only other fighters to be referred to that is John Jones and Conor McGregor. I'm kind of with the MMA community on this one. I don't really think it was fitting for Alex Pereira. He just hasn't reached that legend status yet, to be honest with you. Like, he's a great fighter, one of the greatest combat athletes of all time with his accomplishments, but for like the UFC level, I feel like only John Jones and Conor McGregor were really fitting of that. Like, Khabib Nurmagomedov might have been able to be the guy if he were to continue fighting. George St. Pierre maybe, like, I don't know. It just didn't feel right hearing it for Alex Pereira. You do not get to be called the one and only get outstruck by Ankalaev. Like, I get that, and he could lose the fight, but, like, it's okay. They can still be the one and the only and lose fights, okay? I'm sorry, but he's not that big enough of a legend and star to have that title. It has to be special for the absolute GOATs and megastars. That I agree with. While Pereira is a huge star in the sport, I do think that, unfortunately, you need a little bit more star power like a Conor McGregor to be referred to as that. Dovey posted this. MF's on UFC game this week. Yep. Everybody pissed off. Why is Ankalaev have a shirt on? I don't play the UFC games, guys. I didn't know that you could put a shirt on the characters. This I'm expecting the next fight to go like, yep, a lot of people already coping, waiting for Alex Pereira to get better. Let's continue on a little bit more of the same topic. Dana wanted to give himself the belt more than Ankalaev, which would be fine by me. Is that actually a real picture? I know Dana was really unimpressed when I saw that picture, but I didn't see him like kind of holding this. Like, yeah, could you imagine? It's not Big Gang time. It's Big Dana time. Let's continue on to MMA Orbit. A lot of the MMA community has been talking about this clip over here. No more Chama, karma. Alex Pereira's former fiance celebrates Pereira's loss to Ankalaev at UFC 313. And you can see the video. There we go. Oh, it's very low. Sorry about that, everybody.
No more Shama, karma.
It just looks bad on you, man. The video goes on for a minute. I've already seen it. I'm sure that you guys have too. There's not much else to it.
So, he lost at the International Women's Day.
Yeah, and
maybe
she's all hyped up about it, to be honest with you. She's all hyped up about it. I don't get it. Just be happy with your own life. Supposedly, she has another man, which looks even worse, to be honest with you, because you're still focusing on Alex Pereira. You know that he lives in her head rent-free. You know with the status that he's achieved, she probably still wishes that she could be with him, okay? I would never suggest such a thing. That's just what some people might say, okay? The fight analyst replied and said, with all due respect, how'd you know that? Yeah, stay watching. Yeah, it just looks bad on her, man. You know that she was hate watching Alex Pereira. These fighters' exes live for the moment that they lose. It's honestly embarrassing. Yeah, it really is, man. It's not a good look. Brian Ortega encapsulates everybody's face in this. What's Brian Ortega doing in this photo, man? Pereira did respond to this if you guys haven't seen. I think she should stop mentioning my name because her husband might get jealous. Chama. I didn't know she was remarried. I thought that she just had a new man, and that's the case. I would not want my girl hung up on an old boyfriend. That's a bad look, okay? She just started the comeback arc. Yeah, there is no more motivating factor in this world than a woman behind it, whether it's for vengefulness or just to impress them. There is no bigger motivation for a lot of men. But guys, if you want to continue the conversation, why don't you check out the last Explore recap video that we did. Still relevant, still stands the test of time. I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, and take care, everybody.